Chapter 6. Soon after Joseph and the stranger are served with supper, old Kalo comes in through the back door straight into the living room. As in the norm, the girls disappear into the kitchen but are soon summoned by their mother as their father wanted to speak to them. In the presence of the stranger, old Kalo tells Joseph about his daughters who are well brought up and educated. He also informs Teo and Rizian that Joseph is a brother to them even though they do not share the same mother or father. He emphasizes the importance of planning one's future early. It is at this point that he asks Joseph to help his daughters learn the habits, traditions, and their culture which would help them become responsible mature women of the future. Having an opportunity to interact with Joseph gives Teo great joy. Even though it had been repeatedly asserted that he was their brother, her spirits still got excited about him. She considered him a confidant whom she can ask some questions that she was embarrassed to ask her mother. Unlike Teo, who is excited, Rizian is irritated by the whole plan. She knew their father was preparing them for a journey that would lead them back to the Stone Age. She then dismissed the cultural coaching plan as worthless. She tells off her sister who thinks they may become wiser from the coaching. She sarcastically answers, "Wiser indeed. By the time he shall be through with us, we won't even blink or wince even as Enkamuratani mutilates our sexuality into smithereens." Rizian does not get over the issue and it makes her stay awake late into the night. When she can no longer hold on, she wakes up her sister and tells her that she thought it was disadvantageous to be a woman in their society. She asks Teo if things would be the same had they been boys. Of great concern is the fact that it is a man who is supposed to teach them of how to be good wives. Ultimately, she tells her sister that she would only accept to be taught at the university where she was sure is what was universally beneficial to mankind. The stranger keeps visiting the home frequently and even though the girls did not like him, they become accustomed to his visits and even counted him as one of them when preparing meals. They came to learn that his name was Olarinkoi. On his part, he acted indifferently towards them and mainly directed his attention to their parents. Just like the girls, Joseph did not like Olarinkoi either. A day after their aunt, Yeobatar, pays them a visit and joins them where they are preparing lunch. She acknowledges how hard-working Teo and Rizian are and how well trained they are. Teo explains that Mama Milanoi had trained them well. On her part, Rizian says that she does not mind acquiring more knowledge, skills, and even specialized experience. She has issues with the fact that women are supposed to work tirelessly just to please the likes of Olarinkoi who sits comfortably waiting for food to be served to him. Her argument is that men should also learn to cook and also learn how to please the women. Mama Milanoi and Teo are surprised by the manner in which Rizian addresses Yeobatar. They observe that something is wrong with her. Yeobatar calls Mama Milanoi aside and explains that Rizian has a bad spirit which is as a result of being uncircumcised. Teo wonders why her sister hated Olarinkoi so much. She wondered who Olarinkoi was since their father had not introduced him as a clansman. That afternoon she asked Joseph who Olarinkoi is, to which Joseph jokingly asks whether any of them had fallen in love with him. He however tells her that Olarinkoi was a mystery since no one seemed to know him well. There are different stories about him and his origin, none of which had been proven. He goes ahead to narrate the story of a legend by the same name, Olarinkoi, who lived more than 150 years before. He was an extremely brutal Ilarinkan ruler who together with his tyrannical warriors attacked the Ma community and overthrew them. When the Ma people pleaded for their lives, he gave several demands to them. One of the demands was that all Ma women who were of childbearing age were to make themselves available to entertain the Ilarinkan warriors whenever called to do so. According to the story, the women were exploited by the warriors. They however could not resist the provocation that aroused some desires in them. This made the women hate themselves so much. The Ma women held meetings to try find the answer to their weakness. After years of searching, one woman declared that she had found the answer. She had located within herself the source of that feeling that caused the involuntary gravitation towards men when provoked. The women thus tried out a solution that worked and they celebrated with songs and dances. It is from this that the Enkamuratani was born and her Amurunya was shaped from it too. Joseph ended the story by telling Teo that many years later, the Ma were able to successfully revolve and overthrow the Ilarinkan rule. However, the Ma women continued to hold on to their institution that was born out of the misrule. He explained to her that it is a true story which is handed from one generation to the next, and it is the origin of female genital mutilation which the likes of Imekarere were fighting. Teo tells him that she and her sister Razian would soon join in the fight. He also says he would join, but is quick to warn them that they should direct their fight to the right target, since it's women themselves who started the tradition. As the chapter ends, Joseph says that it is only the women who can kill the tradition if they so desired. Hope so you found this content helpful. Show your support by simply subscribing so as to get notified whenever we upload a new video and sharing with friends. Thanks.